What was completely ruined because too many people start doing it? Ad block. Now every website has a warning. It used to be a rare sight. The ad block I use has an extension for blocking ad block blockers. Climbing Everest. The trash up there is appalling. And the dead bodies and whatnot. There's no way to bring the dead bodies back down. In the death zone, you're literally dying the entire time you're up there. Difficult enough to hump your own body up and down, never mind a literal dead weight. Waiting in line. It was cool before everyone else started doing it. For me personally, I let it be known that my little rural post office was a great place to get stamps, as no one ever checked there for stamps. I'm a stamp collector. Well, word spread, and now I have to fight with about 5 other collectors in the area on issue days. How the fuck has no one called this a stampede? Shame on all of Reddit. 8 hours? Lift your game, internet. Trips to parks or camps. I am trying to get away from you. OMG, the worst is when you're in the rustic parks, no power, and a massive RV pulls up with a lovely fucking generator running 24/7. When a thing becomes sufficiently popular, a show, a game, a sport, people who don't actually like that thing, but want to become a part of what's popular, are inevitably a part of its demise. Because producers usually want to broaden the appeal of their product, to increase profits. But they fail to realize they're changing their product for a group of people who aren't actually interested in it anyway. This then turns away the originally interested demographic. To be honest, this describes a lot of the gaming scene at the moment quite well. Streaming services. It used to be a single place where you could find any show you wanted easily, to disincentivize piracy. But now that every company and their mom has a streaming service, all with exclusive content, piracy is easier, even with the ads, load times, and low quality, simply because I don't need to pay 12 different subscriptions to watch shows. A serene, unspoiled mountain lake was perfect for fishing, swimming, and just enjoying nature. There were just a few summer cabins along the lakeshore, and the area was kept clean. The only sounds were fish rippling the water and birds in the trees, the air naturally scented with pine. Then, the lake was discovered, and people started buying up every available bit of lakefront real estate to build oversized houses and docks for high-speed motorboats. Now, as I once lamented, the pure water of the lake has become polluted and the fish are mostly gone. Outboard boat engines dominate the sound, and the pine trees have been chopped down in favor of development. Don't forget, the water is now murky and brown. Those fucking boats churn up the sediment and do some real work on the ecology. This happens to way too many places. Also, sharing tourist destinations on social media. Way too many people seek these places just for a picture. Causes traffic and damage to the surroundings. Yes, social media has become a huge problem for a lot of secret destinations. I follow a photographer who travels the US with his dog, and he absolutely refuses to tag the location on any of his photos for this exact reason. He's got over 2M followers, and every photo has a bunch of comments asking where he is. But he doesn't want these places to become Instagram attractions. I respect him for not giving in to pressure and protecting the places he visits. Online communities. They're great when small and everyone in it has a voice. Get too many people and the loud and obnoxious minority start overwhelming things. I feel like life hacks and DIY in general have been ruined because of YouTube channels like 5-Minute Crafts. Hard to think of something this doesn't apply to. Voting. Storm chasing. It was fun 20 years ago, provided you had enough sense not to get too close. Leave that shit to the pros. But today, so many amateurs do it that they get in each other's way, and people ahead of the storms have trouble getting to safety. The NWS has even had to ask amateur storm chasers to knock it off because some of the professionals have hit traffic jams while trying to get out of the path of tornadoes. Yeah, I've heard it's gotten pretty bad. I love watching chasers when they're live streaming, but feel like a lot of them are contributing to the problem. Bluetooth speakers while floating the river. Y'all, it's beautiful scenery and peaceful as fuck. Can I just get drunk without listening to a dozen shitty speakers playing different shitty music all at once? Bluetooth speakers in public spaces in general. It is super annoying to be on the train, walking to my ferry, on the trail, etc., and have to listen to someone else's music. Ugly Christmas sweaters. A good ugly Christmas sweater is like a good bad movie. It can't be made with any self-awareness, there's an earnestness that has to be present. Small music festival I used to attend, beautiful and fun. Got together with my husband there. Then too many people started talking about how great it was, more people attending every year. It started to get too big and I think the landowner could sense it. He no longer holds it. It was sad to see it go but easy to see it was losing its magic. Yeah, I loved a festival in Scotland called Electric Fields for the same reasons you said. Then it got really busy and now it's stopped being held and I think it's because the small area of land just couldn't take it. Plus the people that started going weren't the same type of crowd and the atmosphere changed. Everything tourist. So many national parks now bumper to bumper traffic. So many places with cute shops and cafes now have police that make everyone, now but to gut, keep walking. People trying to play frisbee on cram-packed beaches full of dog shit. Too crowded. Quiet, empty places still exist, they're just a little more out of the way. Not even that far out of the way, just a little bit out of the way. I live near Lake Michigan and the popular beaches have an hours-long wait to get in on a Saturday. Meanwhile, the next county up has bigger beaches and fewer people. I have no problem telling people about them because they are too lazy to go up there and enjoy them. Every vacation I'm on I can find a spot that is pretty quiet as long as I think outside the box a little bit and have a little determination. I live in Rome. Once a tourist, now a resident citizen. It used to be so annoying. Overpriced cafes, overcrowded attractions. Loud American tourists. I'm American myself, so friendly fire incoming. While it is a bad thing, COVID has significantly reduced the number of tourists. I'm now able to see the Trevi Fountain, the Colosseum, Pantheon, Villa Borghese, etc., without millions of tourists. And the locals seem a lot happier. Flower fields, wild or otherwise. They are beautiful and can make an amazing scene for a professional photography shoot for someone who is careful not to destroy the area in the process. But put that photo on Instagram and everyone wants the same picture and ends up trampling the fields, which then results in all photography, and even visitors, being banned. Same with many, many natural historic environments. There is a flower field almost directly behind my house, albeit a couple miles hike through the woods. There isn't a single road leading to it, and nobody but the locals go there. It's lovely. The housing market because of people investing in rental properties. Half the houses on my street are rentals. Doesn't even feel like I'm part of a community anymore. Wait till they all go to short-term rentals. Look to Barcelona if you want to see maybe the worst example of this. Concerts and shows where everyone is holding up their phones trying to record everything. Do these people not realize that they're completely ruining the experience for the people sitting behind them, and who also paid good money to see the performance? And they are never, ever going to watch that shitty video anyway. It's not about watching it, it's about posting it on social media so everyone knows they were there. My dream of buying a van and converting it. And tiny houses. I wanted either a tiny house or a van. Cost has gotten so high due to the rise in popularity. YouTube was pretty fun in the early days, just people sharing fun stuff. Now it's all about taking 20 minutes to describe something that takes one and getting a zillion views. Although it's not completely ruined, totally enjoy watching some good channels. Old YouTube from say 10 years ago was amazing. I miss it. It used to be like the People's Tube. Used to find so many cool things. Now the algorithms and ads make it impossible. Unless I know exactly what I'm looking for, it's useless. The kids today don't know how good it could be. A lot of beer money websites, surveys, user testing, etc. reduce rewards as their supply of users grow. It's a boom-bust cycle. Like Swagbucks? I gave up on using Swagbucks cause I'd only get like 1 or 2 a day cause their surveys are bullshit and super specific about who qualifies. Social media was over the moment everyone's parents logged on. I've had to tell my mother constantly over the past few years since she had gotten Facebook that not everything she reads on there is true or happened. Thrifting. Thrifting used to be a way to dress yourself and your home for much, much less. It used to be a way to find full wood furniture for cheap, good quality tailored clothes that fit to AT, and furbish your home when you're not loaded. You can still do all of those things today, but often the prices are much higher than they used to after so many people discovered that they can buy a good quality, and sometimes branded, leather bags for a few dollars and sell them on eBay for hundreds. For many, thrifting isn't a cool lifestyle that they inhibit because they want to be environmentally friendly and hipster-like. For many it's a necessity. People searching for cheap thrifted goods and then reselling them for 10x the price they paid for it is very basic market economy. And I understand that. But the very same actions have made it even harder for those on the breadline to actually dress themselves and their home. Writing and film criticism. I've seen too many people claim to know what they're doing completely fail to understand the fundamentals, ultimately harping on things that aren't mistakes, and praising things that are. What was completely ruined because too many people start doing it? Leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.